right, now, welcome to the invite to the webinar replay. Now, I made this because a lot of people in the webinar wanted more definition of the moving target problem that hits a lot of people that can't get down payments. They're saving and everything, and then they wonder why at this point now I've been saving, but the property values have shot up and I still can't afford to be able to buy a house. So that's what this video is for. And if you wanted to see that replay, whatever platform you are on, I would say check the comments to see if instructions are there, check the description, or just click the link on my profile, okay? So let's get this going on. The moving target problem. Why saving for a house feels impossible even when you're doing everything right. Let's see here. Let's get that going, guys. All right. You're not alone. This is a struggle everywhere. I actually just got through doing a live where he was in Colorado, and the average home values was around $441,000, but the income was around 80 some thousand dollars, which means the banks usually lend 3 to 4 times of the properties. So that's where the mismatch is. And so you're not alone in that struggle. It's an issue across the country where a lot of people's income is not keeping up with everything that's rising. So you've done everything for years, but feel like, home ownership is constantly still slipping away from you. Like I said, we did a replay. We got a community and everything that's there to help you understand how can you make that work for you. Um, and it's just everybody's waiting on the market to crash, but it keeps going up, right? It just keeps going up. So you're saving because the house was this amount this year and you thought you could buy a house, but then now, boom, it went up again. All right. Now, a race you can't win. That's exactly what it feels like, right? You take one step forward every month. You save a little bit, you cut your expenses, skip vacations, and build your down payment. And then boom, the goal moves 3 steps back. Do you feel like that, right? Meanwhile, home prices rise faster than you can save. That is the issue, pushing your dream further out of reach. You end up further behind because now that 3,000 turned to 6,000 and 6,000 turned to 9,000. It just keeps going up, but your income keeps staying the same. Is that you? If that's you, type in there and say, hey, that's me, or you ready to do something else. Meet Marcus, for example. Marcus, a dedicated teacher whose dreams of owning a home. He's responsible with his money. He tracks every expense and he commits to saving $500 every single month. That's $6,000 a year, right? His goal is clear. Buy a $300,000 home in his community. He's doing everything the financial experts told him to do. He's playing by the rules. So why is this not working? Let's see what's going on. Why it ain't working? Let's do the math. The math changes everything. $300,000 home price. He saves $6,000, but now there's a 4% market growth. The price increased on that property $12,000. That's a problem, right? That's heartbreaking. He done saved his money, but now the value of the house went up, right? It's a heartbreaking reality to a lot of people that are saving to try to buy a house, right? After a full year of sacrifice, skipping dinners out, canceling a lot of subscriptions, he did everything. And saying no to friends. Can you imagine? He wanted to go hang out and he can turn that down. And I mean, so he in this isolation trying to be able to buy a house. Marcus got $6,000 in the bank, but the house now is cost $312,000. He's not $6,000 closer to his dream. He actually $6,000 more behind doing the right thing. Is that how that feel to you too, just as well? Um, why standard advice fails? Just save more money. To keep pace with a 4% appreciation on a $300,000 home, Marcus would need to save $12,000 a year, double his current amount. That's $1,000 a month, which exceeds what most people can realistically save. Cut more expenses. Even extreme has limits. You can't cut rent, utilities or food, transportations to zero. You can't do it. Eventually, you're going to hit the floor. And, you know, working harder, get a second job, all of that stuff right there. Um, Man, that's the standard way. It just don't work. It just don't work no more. Um, and then now got the poverty cycle where which income. This is the things right here, guys. Look at this. Uh, are you making over $75,000? Uh, this right here. Are you making more than $75,000? If not, this is the problem. That the income is not keeping up with where the houses are going. And it's just killing a lot of people dreams to be able to get into home ownership, right? So it's not about discipline. You got discipline. You've been saving like Marcus. This is a math problem, not a character flaw. You know, you probably heard the whispers said them to yourself, maybe I'm not disciplined enough. Or you know what I'm saying? You put a lot of pressure on you, like you failing you, but you're not. It's just saying, I have to figure out a different way to keep up with the math, right? Because none of that is true that something's wrong with you. It's just another process you got to add. The moving target problem proves that the system itself, it's got to, you can't move with traditional old information in this new market where everything is just moving beyond the traditional ways. When home price appreciation consistently outpaces wage growth, you're gonna have a problem. And that's the problem. So we have to put it where it is because we all make the mistake run and say, I'm gonna repair my credit. No, we got to repair our income, right? The numbers don't lie. 68% can't afford a home because of what the median values are right now. Um, it's a huge problem everywhere. Um, 68% can't afford a home. And it is because a lot of these houses are the median values is like 300,000, 350, and incomes are 70,000 or less. Um, the savings rate, it takes some people years to even get, was still not enough. And they've been trying and trying and still can't hit the target. The price increase since 2020 is 23%. So if your job is not giving you a raise to keep up with all of this appreciation, that's the problem, guy. You got to find out like where is the problem? Why this matters to you. Your struggle is real, but it's in the mathematics. It's not you, it's the math, right? You need clarity. And hope can get you motivated, but you gotta focus on what is the real problem. The solutions you need gotta move the needle, you know. That's gonna get it up. And when we think of these big numbers, like, man, for that house, I'm gonna need 50,000 or I'm gonna need 70 more thousand. You put in a big number instead of dividing that number up per week and figure out how much extra income do I need per week, right? You got to figure that out. That's your clarity, right? Get to figure out what more do I need to do this? Okay. The treadmill running to stand still. Imagine you're on a treadmill set at 6 miles an hour, but you can only run at 4. Man, you ever get on there, try to run on that treadmill, and it's faster than you can go? That's what's going on in life right now. No matter how hard you push yourself, you'll never reach the front of the belt. You exhaust yourself trying. Is that you? Right? The advice to run harder misses the point entirely. You keep thinking you got to work harder versus smart. Look at this guy burning out. I mean, you don't overextend yourself no more. Okay. And that's why we're here to help. And again, the replay to the webinar we did, check the comments for instructions or look in the description or click the link in my profile to be able to watch that replay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and move on, guys. What happens if you wait? That's the question. I done met a lot of homies from back in the days that say, man, I'm going to wait till the market crash. So let's talk about what happens if you wait. Today, a home costs 300,000. You need 60,000 down and you only save 10,000. In 3 years, now that home costs 337,000. You need 67,000. You got 28. The gap widens. In 5 years, the house is 365,000. Now you need 73,000. You say 40,000. still falling behind. Now 10 years, the house is 444,000. Now you need 88,000. Even with 70,000, you still don't got enough to buy the house. Stuff is insane. That stuff will take a toll on you emotionally, stress you out because you keep getting these lease renewals that because you gotta have shelter. So it's gonna stress you out, Every year, I watch my friends buy homes while I'm stuck renting. I'm doing everything right. I got a good job, I say it every month. I don't spend, but I feel like I'm running in place. Why are they able to buy and I'm not? It's the math. You got to figure out the math that you need to get your income where it needs to be for you to be able to buy now, or to be able to get a rental home, which if you watch that webinar replay, we help you understand how to be able to do a rental home and find your path to be able to get your home now. And that right there, guys, is where your focus needs to be, is figuring out your path that you can do now. Because every home owning transaction is not 100% based on if the bank decides to give you a mortgage on it. Creative financing is something that you should spend time learning, and you can do that, first of all, by watching that replay. All right, let's move on. There's a solution. The breakthrough is simple but powerful. If you can't run faster than the target moves, you need to freeze that target. How do you do that? Instead of chasing prices every year, what if you could lock that price in at today's price for a couple years so that your savings can keep up with that agreement? Ain't that something? That ain't a fantasy. There is a process. There is a path that you can do that, right? It's telling you, watch the replay. That's going to help you really get the ball rolling, right? Stop you stressing. See how happy she is when she got them keys. That don't mean she only got them keys with a bank mortgage. Okay. Bam, there it is. Path two, which is what we discussed in that webinar. Make sure you watch that replay. Or if you already watched that replay, you should be joining the community, because we go hard on the lease option strategy. We go hard on it. You lock in today's price, as I discussed today on the live. You already mastered the rent part. But what if all you had to focus your learning on is the option, and finding a homeowner that will accept that option as a purchase, right? The benefit of it, you lock in today's price. Just imagine if you could have locked in a house 3 years ago with the option to buy. Anything on top of that agreement, that's your equity. You know what I'm saying? So when you buy in, plus you wouldn't be dealing with lease renewals, because in that 3 years, you got that lock too. That's a savings, guys. It's costing you not to know how to just even get an option on what you already rent. Move in and start building. You already possibly living in something you should have an option on. You lease the home, live in it for a while, and your rents, some depends on how you structure it. But in the community, we teach you how to structure that, because not every lease option gonna give you credit for what you pay on the rent. But if you write that into the agreement, it is possible. And then you exercise your option, which when you're ready. But in the community, we teach you how to start getting that stuff together so that you do get to the closing table, which is, again, you know, in the community where you are getting your file together, your taxes, your down payment, what you're gonna need, using ChatGPT to repair your own credit. Just imagine you make ChatGPT your credit repair agent versus paying somebody out. ChatGPT can do it for you, because all you outsourcing when you do credit repair is usually the dispute process, not the habit, right? When you sign up, usually a credit repair, you're not outsourcing the bad habits, or what can I do to lock in this price and increase my income? Those are the things that's stopping you. It's not the bad credit score, it's the lack of income. Okay. How it solves the moving target problem. How does rent to own or lease option save that problem? The traditional saving, you save $500 a month, $6,000 a year, but the house appreciates $12,000. You fall $6,000 further behind right there. Just because it increased, you tried to save that, but you don't got that price. You don't got it locked in because you saying, well, the houses cost $300,000. I need to save this, but you don't have no agreement. You don't got no option nowhere. So that does not apply because now that it keeps moving, you're gonna constantly get that today's price once you do jump in the game. That goal becomes unreachable. But once you understand and learn to use the lease option strategy that we teach you in the community, you safely price lock at $300,000 today. And that is going to be based upon however long. So in this one, we talk about 3 years. You build equity to rent credits. If you get us to write that offer for you to get you in that house with that, the market rises to 337,000 in 3 years, but you buy it at 300,000. You lock the price, guys. Do you see this? Right? You got an instant $37,000 in equity on something because you locked that price. But if you don't lock that price, now you again finna talk about getting in the market today that you got to buy the same house at $337,000. Are you sick of that or no? All right. It's important to learn how to use paper to help you with all of these assets and everything that's right in front of you that you're spending money on. You are paying the same amount as people that own houses. Why not understand how to have paper that gets you into the owner seat versus being comfortable in the consumer seat? All right. So now, the real benefits you can count on: real price protection. You lock in the price. Okay. You move in there now. You stop scrolling on Zillow and you get into the property versus just scrolling on Zillow looking at the property. You got time to prepare because this homeowner says, I agree, I'll give you those 3 years to be able to get the mortgage. I'm cool with that. Some people cool with that because they want that cash flow. It's a benefit for them too. But if you don't present it, it don't happen. And you build an equity because you lock that price for that term. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest problem when people get in lease to owns or rent to owns, they do not go focus on getting qualified to get a real mortgage in that term, and boom, it cancels. And then they sit up there and say they got caught up in a scam. No, you just didn't get the mortgage. You had a term of 3 years where you had to get a mortgage. That's why in the community we get you to focus on trying to get that mortgage day one. Day one, we give you the structure you need to follow to get to the closing table. All right. And now let's keep it moving. You deserve a path that works. I mean, ain't you tired of jumping into your inbox and seeing the lease renewal, and then you under pressure? Because I know this for a fact. I'm a real estate broker. Okay, we get people that say, "Hey, my lease is up in 4 months, 3 months, and I'm trying to buy now." They got pressure, but now their numbers is making them see houses that they don't like, and it really stresses them out. Then, and they think that the realtor is you know just saying, hey, this is the only house I want you to see. No, based upon the approval you gave me, this is where your numbers are. But you can write offers on anything. And if you want to come to closing with way more, that's fine. But usually that's not the case. All right. But now that you understand the moving problem is a structural issue, not a personal. You get what I'm saying? Lease option strategy give you a chance to be a homeowner today. Today. So the next step, you got to educate yourself. And the best way to do that is watch that replay, or also the link to just go straight join the community, because sometimes this might be the home run you need. Like, hell with that, I'm ready to join now. I need to get in the community. I need assistance and I want to join that community. That is also an option just as well. But I highly advise to watch the replay because you can also join the community from that replay. That's the best move, is to watch the replay, and that's how you're going to get educated and explore lease options yourself. So this is the time, because once the sharks wake up, which is the big corporations and everything, and they buying up the houses to lease them to you, now you got to get it from them. Right now, you can get it on your own terms directly from a homeowner that might be open to it. But if you're not educated, that's why you're not writing the offers to put them out there. So you got to stop waiting, because I'm telling you, the value's going to keep going up. Is people I know that say, hey, I'm going to wait for the market to crash. I don't see the market crashing. I don't see the market crashing. And so now, if this is what you need, look in the comments, look in the description, or go to my profile and get that replay so that you can stop just renting and learn to rent with options versus just renting. My name is Terry. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the other ones. If you're not following me, please do. Thank you for watching.